Hi Aquarius, this is Mary with Sayre. Thanks for stopping by. This is your August 16th through the 31st Tarot and Oracle card reading. I hope you're doing well, and thank you for your likes and shares and all of that, yada yada yada. Any information's in the description box. I can say that to you, you know it. You guys know me. If you don't, then you will, right? Okay. Anyway, there's a kerfuffle here, so there seems to be a bunch of jumbled up energy right here. I had a certain routine I did with some of the other signs before you today, Aquarius, and I just thought, nope, Aquarius needs something different. So here we go. We're just free-forming. I have 6 of Pentacles reversed. I have 2 of Swords. I have Judgment reversed. I have 10 of Cups. Do one more. I have Knight of Swords reversed. So there's a lot of energy here that's it's really contrasting energy. So let's just, and this is just we're just throwing this out here and telling a story. Okay. So 6 of Pentacles reversed is about, well, it's about like, it's different for different decks. This one, we have somebody that's not giving equally. See, it's not a reciprocity, a card of reciprocity. It's a card of, I'm the boss. You can have 1 pentacle and beg for more. You see that, huh? Okay, so reversed, it's like, I think catching somebody with dishonesty, catching somebody that's being miserly, catching somebody that's not been on the up and up, not catching somebody that's been acting like they're being equal or kind and they're not, you know. So this could also have to do with some kind of philanthropy, okay? Catching somebody or a group that says that they're going to, for example, if you had a group that said they were going to take care of children, and then they weren't taking care of children, or that they were going to build homes for the poor, and they were stealing the money. Okay, that's what that is. That is called embezzlement. So it's catching some kind of embezzlement or a big lie. Okay. Wow, that started out right out the gate, you know. So then we have the 2 of Swords. So this is a really interesting card. So these guys are so blinded by their hate for each other that they can't see anything. They can't see the truth. So they're stuck in this war of each other, and they're completely triggered by each other instead of seeing anything. So where this would normally, the 2 of Swords would be a place of indecision, this is blinded by anger or thoughts or something that's keeping you away from what the truth is. Therefore, being in a place of unable to make a decision. How we overcome this energy is to stop looking at it, is to just intuitively, what is this telling? What is this picture telling me? That things are not what they seem. This is not the way to solve a problem. And to find another way. Period. But this stalemate it's not gonna go anywhere. And it's only gonna get worse. Okay? So next card, Judgment. Reverse, this is repeating the same patterns over and over. The lesson hasn't been learned, so get back in line, because you're gonna go back right over here to where there's embezzlement, where there's more of the same kind of dishonesty because of this fight that never ends. Okay, so on the other side of this is the 10 of Cups. This is happiness. So if we can learn this lesson, it's very possible that we can get to our place of happiness, happy family, happy life, but not if we if we continue to do the same thing. Okay? So, and then after this is the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords reverse is, this is the brutal truth about what's been going on. Okay? That you will stay stuck. It's brutal, and you don't want to hear it, and we're not going to sugarcoat it, but this is just the way it is. If you can't get past and learn your lessons, you will repeat them. You will stay in this place of just anger and indecision. Okay? Wow. That's kind of crazy. This is also a lie. So upright is the truth. And that's the way it came through, but there's also a lie here. So if you're unable to learn the lessons, you won't be able to tell where the truth and where the lies, where one starts and the other one ends, because you're just not, it's the energy is so confusing that you have no baseline. You know what I mean? Like a baseline of truth. And this one just stands aside. Okay. We're just going to do a few of these. This is the Creativity Oracle. Since these are two different energies, I'm just going to divide them that way. Okay, so isn't that pretty? Pretty card. Little cherub. New start. Sometimes we must realize that that what we've done needs to be discarded and we must make a new start. That looks really good. Looks like a good place to consider is to have a new start over here. Because this is a mess. This is a mess. And that's what judgment is. That's not getting your new start. So we flip this and then we can get our new start. Otherwise, we keep living in this place of lies and chaos and disruption and upsettedness. And that's my new word for the day, upsettedness. Okay. Okay, so then we're going to look at this energy over here. Family, happy family, where our cups are full of love and just abundance. Recycle. Learn from the past and apply it to creating your vision of the future. Recycle. That doesn't look like a picture of recycle, but I don't know what would. So, how would you recycle lessons? Like if you see any of this stuff, just run, force run. Something like that. So if you start feeling this stalemate, no, I'm not going to get lost in whatever anger, whatever situation. You can just turn around and go, what is this information? This stuckedness information. What does this information tell me right there? That there may not be a place of winning here. It may just be an option to turn around. That is not fixable. That it may not be your part to fix this anyway. New start would be just to release the energy. Let it go. Learn from the past and apply it to creating your vision of the future. The lessons of the past. See, when this is reversed, the lessons we have not really taken in the lessons to where we won't repeat them. We're still actively making the same mistakes. That's what they're asking you to look at. The patterns, the common themes, to grow within that, and then you can move towards what makes you happy. Because I don't know, there may be the engaging and the like sparring, but is this a happy place if it never ends? There's board games instead of life games, so. Just a couple cards from your angels and ancestors here. We're going to do it this way. If you were your higher self, okay? If you're sending a message to Aquarius and you're your higher self right now in this moment, instead of being an opposite, right? What would you want to tell yourself? I know it's such a weird reading today, but maybe you needed it, evidently. Maybe I did too. Okay, here we go. Your message from your higher self, trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. Okay, So what kind of energy, okay, whatever we do, energy creates energy. So if we're engaging in energy that, may not be serving anybody here, but a bunch of chaos, then what are we creating more of? The same energy. Exchange energy to create abundance. If you're exchanging kindness, then you would create more kindness. If you exchange chaos, then you're going to create more chaos, right? Well, that's simple, huh? You guys are so smart. Okay, so arrow. This is over here on the side. Surround yourself with protective energy. I like that. Protective energy would be love, family, a good family. It would be lessons of the past that you do not want to repeat because maybe you lock doors or create boundaries from people that may have been chaotic in the past. Let's get, I want to do another card here. Oh, looks like we got 2. Sage. So it's about being devoted and committed to what you know, what is right, what you feel is right, what you know the truth is, and what you want to create. And so as a sage, you're the not only the teacher, the knower, and also the student. And it's all, they're lessons. There's lessons here. And then we have the protection guardian. So drop your shields, drop your need to fight. Know that whatever you had to put up, the barriers you had to put up, that was, it's kind of offensive, defensive, that it's no longer needed. That child is no longer this vulnerable. You're not that vulnerable anymore. And you have protection. You have boundaries. And you don't need this shield. You don't need to be so, it's like this warring nature. You can come from a soft place and know that you have more protection than you could possibly realize, because some of it's coming from spiritual protection. Not only that, you're not the same person you were when you had to be this, when you had to do this, okay? And as you surround yourself with better energy, you're just not going to have to be defensive all the time, defense or offense, and not know which one to be. You can just be who you are because you're in a safe place. Okay, well, let's see. You can do a couple of Mente cards. Oh, look at that. I relate in peace. Isn't that interesting? I love how these themes play through, and I am humble. So there's something about your ego here. When you start having that creative energy, check your ego. Check your ego, because it may be stimulating some of the old energy out of frustration or out of just this go-to thing. So watch your intake of drugs and alcohol, because that'll trigger that old energy too. Just be aware that may be, and I don't know who that's for, but if you slide back into something like that, you may find that just picks right up where it was. So maybe something to consider, that it puts you in a lower vibration. Okay, I relate in peace. So relating in peace is being peaceful inside, and so you relate on the outside in peace. That's this whole side over here, having protection because you're in a peaceful place. So chaotic energy does not approach us typically when we're in a peaceful place. If it does, it doesn't have any ground. It doesn't have any traction, okay? So be devoted and committed to either, if it's sobriety that needs to be devoted and committed to, so you have peace, then, whatever you need to do, because we're big boys and girls, right? Be devoted and committed to our own happiness. That means that we have the power by what we surround ourselves with. See, you have protection energy, protective guardian, okay? It is in the way we show up and who we interact with, okay? So just a few reminders there, Aquarius, about the shift that you're going through right now. It's from chaos to peace, from blah, blah, blah to peace. It feels good over here. I remember those times when I was over here. So, I love you, and let me know if you need anything. Take care.